All right, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a UFC fight announcement. So, surprise, surprise, Tatiana Suarez is injured, which means she will not be fighting Amanda Lemos at UFC 298 on February 17th in Anaheim, California. And rather than wait, the UFC has decided and Lemos has decided to move forward with that fight date and replacing Suarez on a month's notice is going to be Mackenzie Dern. So both fighters are within the top 10 of the division. Let me see if I can pull up the rankings here real quick. Rankings. Strawweight. Let's see. Oh. Okay, so Lemos comes in at number 4, while Dern is down at number 8. This is a good chance for Mackenzie Dern to break into the top 5 finally, if she can win. For Lemos, this is a bounce back from, just getting absolutely owned by Zhang Wei Li back in, what was that, September, when she challenged Zhang for the belt. So, and it's for Dern, it's a bounce back from, an absolute beatdown at the hands of Jessica Andrade. So here we have two fighters, both coming off a loss, but for Dern, it's a chance to not only pick up a win, get back on the winning track, but to break into the top 5. For Lemos, it's a chance to not only get a win, but to also hold her place and stay right there in that title contention. And one win, add another 2, you're back in there in the title picture. So both ladies have a lot riding on this fight, and both need the win, honestly. Neither of them can really afford to lose 2 fights in a row. So let's look at the stats on this one. Mma'wmma coming in at 13-3-1. Dern coming in at 13-4. Of course, both of them coming off of losses. Lemos to Zhang. Before that, she had beaten Michelle Waterson Gomez and then Marina Rodriguez. Before her last loss, Dern had defeated Angela Hill via decision. Lemos is the elder fighter at 36 years to 30 for Dern. So youth is definitely going to be on Dern's side, and you got to wonder, how much longer is Lemos going to be able to stay near the top with increased age. They are the same height at 5 feet 4 inches, 163 centimeters. Looks like Lemos has a longer reach at 65 inches, 165 centimeters to 63 inches, 160 centimeters for Mackenzie Dern. So no surprise that Suarez is injured. She's, a lot of people call her the female Habib, but I think now people are going to start calling her the female Cain Velasquez, and that she's constantly injured. So Dern steps in, and this is a risky, really risky fight for Mackenzie Dern. She had gotten by in a lot of fights because of her toughness, the fact that she could take a shot on the chin and keep coming. Jessica Andrade put an end to that. Now, Lemos is a very different type of striker from Andrade. Andrade is largely based on volume and pressure. Lemos has pressure too, but she's more single big strikes. She throws up those teeps that have a lot of power to them, and then she winds up with her right hand. So whereas Andrade was just constantly swinging, and she just swings 1, 2, 3, 4 punches at a time at Dern. Lemos is going to be looking for bigger single strikes. Now, what's really going to hurt Dern here is that she barrels forward, winning strikes in order to get close to try to get a takedown. The last person we saw coming forward winning strikes against Amanda Lemos was Montserrat Coneo Ruiz back in July of 2021. And we saw what happened. 35 seconds of round one, coming straight forward on Lemos. Boom. Big right hand. So Dern really can't afford to just be throwing willy-nilly as she comes forward with her chin up. She has got to learn to tuck her chin if she wants to survive. Another thing that's going to be working against Dern here is her lack of takedowns. But we've also seen that you don't necessarily need a takedown against Amanda Lemos. I mean, Jessica Andrade's got a standing takedown, or got a standing submission against her. And also, Dern doesn't always necessarily need the best takedowns to get the fight to the ground. She just needs to get close, get sloppy, and hope that her opponent goes to the ground with her. Lemos, of course, not bad with her submissions. I mean, she has, that she has a couple wins by guillotine, including over Michelle Watterson. She's no slouch on the ground, and she can get those submissions. Now, I don't see her submitting Mackenzie Dern. I see her going for the knockout. But she can hold her own on the ground. Of course, she hasn't fought anyone in MMA that's as good at submissions as Dern is. So, what it really comes down to is, can Dern get inside and get it to the ground? She does not want to stay at range with Lemos. Lemos, they're the same height, but Lemos has a longer reach. Lemos is very good at landing big shots at range. Neither of them really do a whole lot of good striking work on the inside and in the clinch. But that's where Dern needs to be to get the fight to the ground. So really it just depends. Can Dern get inside without absorbing big shots or too many big shots? And can she get it to the ground? Or can Lemos stay at range and just pick her shots? It's going to be really interesting to watch. Dern has a month to prepare. Not the ideal situation you want to be going into. You really don't want to be going into another heavy hitter after just getting, knocked out or TKO'd against someone who also has, knockout power. But hey, I've never been a fan of Mackenzie Dern, but she gets my respect for taking a big risk like this. So those are my thoughts on it. Mackenzie Dern steps in to face Amanda Lemos at UFC 298, February 17th in Anaheim, California. Let me know your thoughts on the bout in the comments down below. Who are you picking? Let me know. If you liked the video, please hit that thumbs up button while you're at it. Go ahead and subscribe to WMAC Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.